Well, we're going to put a hex on you today there, blade fans. Yes, we've got a couple of hex knives to show you. One is the object of this review, and the other one is a close facsimile. We'll say facsimile, but we won't talk about copying and all that good kind of stuff. This old sword's with you once again. We've got a knife that's designed by one of my favorite tactical knife designers for Wii and for Kubey and for a couple other concerns, including her own Hydra knives, and that is Alessandra de Santis. And this one is simply called Hydra Design. It's by Kubey. It is a skeletonized sort of a neck knife. It's referred to as the 12.7. That's it, 12.7. I think that may be centimeters or some such thing. We'll find out. Not sure. And I don't have centimeters on my ruler. All right. Well, I'm sure that eventually Alessandra will chime in as she does watch reviews of her designs. So this is the 12.7. Could be the span in that hex there. Comes with some interesting design elements within. I'm not sure if these can engage or turn anything. This might act as a wrench for something. I'm not going to get into that aspect of it because it is a nice lightweight and skeletonized neck knife. It comes in two design flavors. One is kind of an upswept blade with a kind of an upturned point with a belly, and this straight one. Interesting, I was watching Jared Neve do a quick review of this Kubey and a couple of other ones from a few months back. And he said he thought this one was more suited to EDC and the one with the belly was more suited to self-defense. I see it in the opposite, actually. Whereas this is an excellent penetrating sort of a design, which can go easily through things, has kind of a spear point. I need to back out to get a closer focus here. Comes with a nice sheath, which was sneaking in from the side there. And an interesting clip, which we'll take a look at again in a moment. But a lightweight knife, it's long enough to be held conventionally. Doesn't have a sharpened top edge, which is kind of a good thing in case you wanted to lay your thumb on top. You can get a full grip on it. You can put your pinky through it if you so choose, or you can hold it karambit style, like that. And I like the fact that the ring is set off the axis far enough so that when you put your finger through it, look at that. You get pretty much a 90-degree angle, which is what I am looking for in these knives. I don't want to hold a knife through the ring and have it angled down like that, because then if I want to use it Pical style, I'm not really leading with the point. Although you do need to put your finger almost all the way through, which is not usually recommended. I don't know if everybody knows that. In case you want to get your finger out real quick, or you want to, God forbid, spin it. I don't see any purpose in spinning these sorts of knives, maybe a karambit, possibly. But anything that compromises the grip is not a good thing if you are relying on that knife as kind of a latched ditch, get off me sort of implement. Let's measure it up and we'll talk some more. I do kind of like it. I like that Kubey took Alessandra up on it, and it's not a very expensive knife. This one came from White Mountain Knives, I think in the $40 to $50 range. It's exactly 7 inches overall. And we're going to talk about cutting edge. Cutting edge is kind of like, we'll call it, it's like a 2.65. How's that? I know you don't like it when I kind of fret over little micro inches and millimeters. The handle and the blade stock are going to be the same, so we're going to give you that. and it is 0.15, which should be 4 millimeters. Well, let's see, is it? Yeah, we'll call it 4 millimeters. 3.9 is certainly close enough. The weight, we'll do it with and without the sheath. So without the sheath, holding it in your hand, as it were, 1.75 ounces. Add the sheath, 3.2, we'll call that. Very lightweight, regardless of whether you consider it with or without the sheath. Although neck knives, you're going to be a little more concerned about the weight than with perhaps a knife that you carry inside the waistband. Here's the interesting clip. It's a folded over metal clip. And I got the wrong end. It's tough looking through the camera and around the camera to try to see what you're doing. So that nice hook there is going to keep that inside the waistband like that. So this part inside the waistband, this part over the belt, or tuck this under the belt and over the belt. Pretty much whatever you choose. That's kind of a neat thing. And you got 2 holes at the end of the sheath, so should you want to use some paracord, you can. Thumbs off pretty easily. Not any real problem. And again, it's pretty much a sticker, a poker. Now, there was a little bit of heat between the designers that I saw on Instagram, Alessandra and this guy, Ostap Hell, who created that knife called the Hex for Concept. I would say we've got kind of a similar knife, you know, shorter. And look at the hex is turned. So we got the point of the hex there. We've got the flat of the hex there. With the point, of course, you maybe have a little bit more. If you could, I don't know that you really can use that. Really kind of marginal whether you'd use that to strike with or not. Maybe in this position, yeah, maybe in this position you could use it to strike with. I think it's kind of marginal. I'm not usually really too enthusiastic about these skeleton knives because there's not much to hold on to. But I do see the purpose that they serve. They're minimalist. Although in this case, I think I would go with the longer knife that's got a little more to hold on to, a little thicker blade. These are both in 14C, by the way, pretty sure. Yep, 14C. Tiny little letters right there. And this one's in 14C. So good steel, good solid, good hard and stainless knife steel. Here is yet another skeletonized knife, but much more robust. This is the Jank Shank from Tour. And that ain't no skinny baby. This is in S35VN, which is interesting. So round about the same length overall as the 12.7. Much thicker stock, as I said. You can almost stand that guy up. See, you can. I don't know if you can do that with this one for compare. Yeah, you can. Well, no, fell over. Whatever. Kind of a similar blade concept. Very pointy. Got more angles going on with the 12.7 there. And not quite as much to hold on to. Also, this ring is not offset enough. You notice? It angles off from that 90. I want it there, you know. So when you look at knives with rings on them that are not karambits, that are sometimes meant to be held straight, it's better to get that offset that you see on the 12.7. That was well thought out by Alessandra. One more skeletonized sort of knife is the Anomaly by Bastinelli. This is a collaboration between Doug Marcaida and Bastian Cove. And it's completely different. It's a ring knife that is a pical knife, hence the name Anomaly. So here we're talking more about using it for jabbing and clawing. And again, in my hand, they just don't feel too comfortable. I'd say the most comfortable of the three of those knives that I just showed you, four really, is this one. I think the design is excellent, and for the money, it's hard to beat if you're looking for something that carries really lightweight and also gives you a lot of flexibility in carry. I would definitely recommend this one from Kubey. Great job, Kubey. Great job, Alessandra, with the design. Nice little lightweight neck or belt or pocket carry. The 12.7, dramatic name, by Kubey Knives, designed by Alessandra de Santis. Great job and congrats. And don't forget to give this video a like, and I'll be back soon.